of Taylor May's Kingdom. All right, so you guys all know that 2022 is finally here. Yay, right? Another year. So what I like to do is I like to set goals and things I like to improve on in my life. And so I'm going to share 12 of those that I decided that I'm going to try and improve this year. All right, let's start with number 1. Drink more water. So water is very important to you for your body for multiple different reasons. One reason, it's good to keep your skin hydrated. 2, it helps with aging. 3, our body also flushes out toxins. So without water, you're gonna have some buildup. I'm not sure if soda can do that, but we're meant to drink water. So I recommend drinking about, I think it's like 50% of your weight, but not in pounds, because that's a lot of water, but in ounces. So I'm gonna try my best this year, and I hope you guys will do it too, and try and drink enough water every day. And I've done that pretty well so far, and I've noticed a lot of different changes. Like I noticed in my skin, I'm looking a lot more hydrated, a lot more alive, a lot more healthy. My skin feels like it's shiny and stuff. See that shoulder glow. But yeah, it's so amazing. And like we're made to drink water, guys. So your body needs the water. So drink up your water. Okay, enough with my silliness. Let's go on to number 2. Okay. This is one of my big ones. Just listen to your body. Your body tells you stuff on a daily basis. It tells you when it's hungry, when it's tired, just when enough is enough. So like, if your body is telling you like, I am tired, I feel like I'm gonna pass out, stop what you're doing. And if you're hungry, go eat. And if you're eating and you're like eating way too much and you just love that food, but your body's telling you, hey, I'm over here and I'm stuffed. Well, just listen to your body and stop eating, because then you're gonna end up with some issues in the bathroom, and you don't want that. But yeah, so your body is very vocal and it tells a lot to you. Just listen daily and just try your best just take care of yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do, which is great. Okay, number 3 is increase movement and exercise. Okay, this is also another big one. In America and other countries, we just don't get enough movement and exercise, especially when we have like the TV now, we have electronics, everybody's wanting to sit on the couch, watch a movie, play their games on their computer, on their phones, nobody wants to get up and move anymore. And so movement is very important for our bodies, and if we don't have that, then our bodies are gonna, break down, and you're gonna have some consequences. So I recommend just trying to get some exercise. And I just don't mean just regular exercise like running or like jogging or lifting weights, but I'm talking about just like when you go to the store. Some people have to park super close because they don't want to walk the long distance. But you know what? Maybe try parking farther away just so you can do the walk to the store, just so that you're getting more movement in with your body. And your body will thank you, and you're going to feel so much better with your blood flow and everything with your brain. I promise. All right. Okay, let's go on to number 4. Let's have a good sleep schedule. Okay, so I've suffered from insomnia for a pretty good long year, and it was awful. Let me tell you, I felt so crappy. I felt just no energy when I wasn't sleeping. I was moody, I was cranky, my anxiety was to the limit. And so there's a lot of people that do not get enough sleep these days, and that affects your whole body system, your brain, everything. And so try your best to like set a schedule and go to bed at the same time to set that rhythm in your body, and then you'll wake up at the same time every day, and you'll feel so much better if you get a good night's sleep. I've noticed when I finally got on a sleeping schedule and I was able to sleep, but I sleep at least 7 hours at least, I feel so good the next day. I can get stuff done. I'm like running around the house. I'm doing like a million things. Because one thing about me is I do a lot. Like my brain is always going, and I love just creating and starting projects and just doing so much and just making money, just having fun. But if I'm not sleeping, that ain't happening, and then I'm not happy. So sleep is very important. Please, if you suffer with sleep issues or you're not getting enough sleep, try getting more sleep. It'll help this year, I promise. Okay, let's go on to number 5. Practice saving more. Okay, a lot of people don't have a savings. Not just because they can't afford to make savings, but because they just have a buying issue. For me, I was one of those people for a long time. I literally could not save money to save my life. It was awful. It sucked because I made enough money, but it was like I saw that new shirt, or I saw that new pair of shoes, or that new makeup, or oh no, I had to get the newest like perfume or something like that, and I had to buy it, or I had to like pay a lot of money for my hair to color it because I decided that being blonde wasn't enough, and so it all adds up, and then you don't have a savings, and it's awful. So if you try this year to just put a little bit of money, even if it's $5 a month, it'll add up in the long run. And then if you need your savings for emergency or something later on down the road that you really, really want, that you could have never have afforded, but now you can because you saved up that much, it's gonna feel so good. And it's always good to have that safety net, because if anything ever happens, it's just a relief to know that you have money to help you. All right, let's go on to number 6. Number 6 is self-growth. Do not compare yourself to others. This is what I had an issue with for like the longest. I would literally compare myself to a lot of the other girls. I would look at them, I'd be like, oh man, my skin isn't as good as theirs. What are they doing? They're so perfect. And I'm over here like, I wish I was that pretty. I just wish I looked like that. And then it would just get me so depressed. I would just be upset all the time. Same thing with like people like ahead of me. If they're making so much more money and they're models and stuff, I'm like, how are you better than me? What are you doing? Like, what is me that I'm doing that I'm not there, And I'm just like bashing myself up, and it causes like a mental drainage, and it's not worth it. So don't compare yourself to others. Only compare yourself to yourself. That's one of my biggest things, and I'm learning that right now. And yeah, so just keep improving yourself and just don't compare yourself to anybody. All right, let's go on to number 7. Active listening. This is important, especially to have good friends and good relationships. A lot of people these days, they'll just be on their phone, and they'll be like a group of friends, and they'll all be on their phones, and it's like, why don't you guys talk to each other? Why don't you communicate? I love talking. I talk a lot. Like, if you conversate with me, I will never stop talking. I just have so much to say. I'm just a crazy human being. What can I say? But anyways, yeah, active listening. So if you really listen to somebody and just talk to them, it really makes the other person feel really good, but also it makes you a really good person. And in these days, we're not having a lot of good people. And so we need some of those good people back. All right, let's go on to number 8. Make deadlines. Please make deadlines, because this will help you stay organized. For me, like, I'm a big procrastinator. I'm horrible at it. It's awful, and I hate that about me. But it's something that I'm trying to work on this year, and I know a lot of other people have the same issue. There'll be like projects where I'm like, yes, I'm gonna go do that. Yes, and then I'm just like, I could do it tomorrow. I could do it the next day, and then it ends up a month later, and I'm screwed. Yeah, it's awful. And I'm trying to get so much better on that, which is great. And I'm just so, if I set a deadline and I'm like, okay, I have to get this done by Friday, you know, and say today's Monday, for example. And then I'm just like, okay, well, I have to get this done by Friday. So then it's set in my brain to know that is a goal that I have to achieve. And then I try and make it into a game. And then that's how my brain works, and I get stuff done. Yeah, it's a complicated process, but setting deadlines can actually help a lot of people. All right, let's go on to number 9. Always say I can. Do not say I can't. This is one thing that for the longest time growing up, I would always say I can't, right? Okay, you can't say I can't because you don't know until you try. And if you haven't tried it, then you don't know if you can. See, so for me now, even if I think in the back of my head, oh, no, I cannot do that. I am not good enough. I can't do that. That's not going to work for me. Okay, I'm going to be like, yo, Taylor, look, you need to go try that first. And if you find out then you can't do it and it's something not for you, then you know. But you can't say you can't until you try. So that's a big one. Try new things and you will be so amazed at you'll be so amazed at how you'll like do stuff that you never knew that you were able to do or be good at until you try. Like for me, I didn't know that I could sing certain songs, and it turned out that I wasn't as bad as I thought I was. You know, I thought I was horrible. I mean, I'm not a singer, but hey, at least I could sing a little bit, which is great. It's great to know because it's something that I can work on and strengthen and maybe do something with it one day. You never know, you know? But I love singing Disney songs, so that's like my favorite thing. Anyways, okay, let's go on to number 10. Let's make more time to relax. Okay, relaxation is one of the big things that we struggle with. We're running in a world that's like, you gotta go, 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 go. You can't stop, you can't think, you know, and that's not healthy and that's not good for your brain and your body. And what you should do is make time for relaxation. Make time where you're able to like, not just for sleeping, just like in the middle of the day, if you have like a half hour or 10 minutes or whatever you have, go do something relaxing that you like. If you like baking, go bake something real quick if you have the time. If you like taking a walk and seeing nature and just looking at how beautiful the world is, go do that because that's one of the most relaxing things of my life. I love nature. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this planet is so beautiful. Nobody's realizing it. It's awful. I just wish more people took time to notice how beautiful the world is. But yeah, and so just relaxing and just taking a deep breath and just breathing and just doing some deep breaths and just doing breathing exercising, you know, that is a good stress reliever and it'll be beneficial for your body. And your body will love you for it. I promise with that too. All right, number 11. Limit social media. Social media is so bad. Okay, I mean, it's good too, but there's bad things about it. Like so many people post things that cause other people to be upset, causes people to think that their life ain't that good, their life is boring because somebody else is posting that they've traveled to the other side of the world or something, you know? And it's a drainage and it's just, you just beat yourself up over it so much and it's just awful. So if you limit how much exposure that you're giving your brain, then it's not going to hurt you. And if you take out something that always hurts you on a daily basis, and social media is one of those things that hurts you on a daily basis, take it out, limit it, and you'll notice how much more it's not like affecting you. And it's amazing because social media sometimes can affect me, especially there's a time in my life where I gained a little bit of weight. I wasn't fat or anything, but I used to be like super thin and super skinny. So when I see other girls like super thin and super skinny, and I'm over here like, I have, you know, some thicker curves now, I'm like, I'm in such bad depression for the next couple weeks because I'm like, man, I'm fat, I'm this and that, and I'm not. It's because social media and what people post makes you just think that it's worse than it is, and you don't even know like those people posting if they're even real or even what they're saying online is even true, you know? So just limit social media and it'll be great for you. Yeah. Okay, and then last but not least, number 12, show gratitude for what you have. This is a big one for me. For the longest time, I wasn't realizing exactly what I've had, you know? I was only like thinking about the stuff I didn't have. Like, I don't have a good family, I'm not close with anybody, you know, just things like that. And that just brings you down and emotionally and just breaks you up to pieces and just creates this depression, this dark cloud over you. And we don't need to suffer. You know, if we think of more gratitude things, like you think of like, hey, I have a best friend. Okay, I'm thankful for that because a lot of people don't have a best friend, okay? So that's one thing I'm grateful for, that I have my best friend, and she will always be my best friend, and she is so wonderful and I love her to death, and at least I can experience that person, and I'm grateful for her. You know, and same thing with all my fans online, and I'm so grateful for every one of them because it's like without any of them I'll never be here, you know, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. So I am so grateful for everything that I've have. I'm grateful for the place that I'm living in, I'm grateful for my dog, I'm grateful that I'm able to feed myself because a lot of people, they don't make enough money to eat good food and stuff. And so I'm so grateful for these things. And if more people looked at what they have instead of what they don't have and just be grateful for what they have, there's somebody in the world that will always have lesser than what you have. And if you can remember that, like in the back of your head, it just makes you feel more grateful for what you have. So I hope that you work on that, you know, this coming year, because you will see how much your life turns into like this, like happiness. So that's the 12 things that I have to share with you guys today. And I really hope that you guys, you know, take something from this video. And if you like this video, please put a thumbs up. And if you don't like this video, oh well. And if you want to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. All right, guys, well, thank you. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye, guys.